Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin Roll International Coin Channel. And today we have the 1961 Washington quarter. You see it right here on top. George Washington facing to the left, Liberty above his head, In God We Trust under his chin in 1961 here. This is a silver quarter, 90% silver, 10% copper. And you see all three of these are silver quarters, the pre-1965 quarters. Here's a 1941, a 1951, and a 1961. The mint marks will be on the back right in here. So this is a 1941 Philadelphia mint coin. And at Philadelphia in 1941, they made about 79 million of these. It's not a rare coin, and in this condition, it's not a valuable coin. It's only as valuable as its silver. Here's a 1951. Of course, that's a Philadelphia coin too, because there's no mint mark there. Philadelphia 1951, they only made 43 million. So they made 79 million in 41, 43 million in 51, and then 61, this is a D. The Denver Mint in 1961 made 83 million. So they made the most of these. But there's something that all three of these coins have in common, and that is, well, let's see if we can figure out what it is. 41, well, they're all 10 years apart, but that's not a common thing, really. They're all ones in them. They all have two ones in them. The first and last is a one. But 41 was the year that World War II started. 51 was just before Korea started. And 61 was just as we were starting to get into Vietnam and the French had left. So, yeah, I guess you could say there were wars coming or started already, but that's not what they all have in common. What they all have in common is that they're all not worth much more than their silver value. On the back, we see it says United States of America, E pluribus unum here. It's an eagle, and I don't know if you can tell, but the eagle's holding some arrows with a ribbon across them. And down at the bottom, this is, and you can just barely see the ribbon. You can kind of see the arrowhead. You can almost see the feathers. This is an olive branch down here, and down here it says $quarter. You can see a little bit more on this one. And on this one, you can see quite a bit more, and you can also see the D. You can see the tail feathers as they come down underneath. This coin was not made in 1931, so we can't have one of those. It was made in 71, 81, 91, 2001, 2011, and oddly enough, in 2021. And here is the 2021 version. And you see it has a J and an F there. That's for John Flanagan, the original engraver of the coin. In fact, you can see the kind of little J and an F's on these ones too. And in 2021, after doing the State Quarter Series and the America Beautiful Quarter Series, they came back with just one of these. And on the back of it, they put Washington crossing the Delaware. United States of America, pluribus unum, crossing Delaware. And it says $quarter at the bottom. Now, in 2022, they changed it all together. So here's the old Washington. Here's the new Washington. This is Laura Garden Fraser. Sometimes they say Laura Gardner Fraser, but it's not. It's Laura Garden Fraser. Gardin. It says Liberty to top, in God We Trust behind Washington. 2022 underneath Washington's chin, in P for Philadelphia. We compare that to the 61, and we can see that the Washingtons are facing in different directions. Initials down here, pretty much the same thing. We flip it over on the back, however, it's not the War Eagle on the back. It says United States of America, Maya Angelou, E pluribus unum, $quarter. So this is one of the women in America quarters, and great women quarters, and it's really nice. And the interesting part is that this design came about actually in 1932, just when the Washington quarters started. In 1932, Laura Garden Fraser submitted this specific design for the Washington quarter, and it wasn't picked. The John Flanagan design was. Now, how much are each of these worth? Well, they're worth $4 in silver. They're worth a little tiny bit more than that as a premium, but essentially these are worth about $5 each, even though this one is over 80 years old, this one's over 70, this one's over 60, pretty much all worth the same amount of money. And that is because if you melt them down, you get almost $5 in silver, $4.24 today, I think, something like that. So they put a little premium on, and it's illegal to melt them down, but it's just the idea that if you wanted to keep these, so what a lot of people do is they buy these and save these as silver. So sometimes you see scrap silver or coin silver or some other names for this, and what they do is you'll actually buy these at $5 or so a coin, and you're buying them for their silver value. And that's all that these are worth. Now, are there any that are worth more than that? Yes, there is. If you can get a MS-67, which is mint state 67 out of 70, and this coin right here, one of them actually sold for almost $10,000 through Heritage Auctions. If you did get one, it would certainly read much better than this. The rim would be much better than this. You would be able to see all the feathers on the eagle much better than this, and you wouldn't have this wear. If you got one, it would have to have been not used ever or hardly ever. All right, well, that's all we have today for DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Hope you excuse my kind of hoarse voice today. Got a little bit of a cold, but I wanted to do my video anyway. Have a great day from DC Coin World International.